Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, the 8th of September. It's Jim White and Simon Jordan with you live on talkSPORT. Now, we're a radio station, of course we are, but we're also live everywhere these days on TV. Your TV, Samsung, LG, Fire TV, Apple TV, Chromecast, Android, Google TV, even Prime Video. Wherever you watch, we are here for you. And I'm delighted to say, not for the first time, the top fighters in the world of boxing choose this show to be on. Usyk and Dubois did it before. Well, this morning we're thrilled because a huge heavyweight fight has been announced in recent days. Fabio Wardley will take on Joseph Parker on October the 25th at the O2 here in London. And have a look at this and have a listen to this morning, because Fabio and Joseph are live with Simon and myself here in studio this morning. I can hardly believe it. This is brilliant. Guys, good morning to you both.
Good morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Fabio, Joseph, great to have you here. Now, when Usyk and Daniel did it, there was a bit of needle, although Usyk remains above everything, doesn't he? It's amazing. What about you two? How do you feel about each other? Because first off, Fabio, how delighted are you that this fight, the men in charge have got it over the line?
Yeah, look, it's that's very important in a career, is not to get stuck, not to stay stagnant, and to know that the people managing you, looking after you, Frank, Queensbury, those guys can deliver on their word and say, look, if you want to jump forward, if you see an opportunity and you want to go for it, then we can put those pieces together for you. And they have done exactly that for me and for Joe as well. So yeah, there's not much more to ask for. We asked for the job to be done. It's been ticked off. The rest is left to us now.
Wow. How do you feel about it, Joseph? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm just happy I have a fight. I'm happy that Fabio put up his hand and agreed to this fight. And I want to keep busy. I want to fight as often as I can. Just fighting once or twice a year is no good. So I'm very happy that we have a fight locked in. There is respect, but we both know that when the fight time comes, all of that goes out the window.
Joseph, what do you think of him as a fighter?
I think he's got a great story. Started off white collar background, and he's got good knockout power. Knocked out 18 opponents out of 20 fights. So, and in the last fight, he showed that he can pull out of the bag. Things do get tough and hard in the fight.
What do you think about the man Parker, Fabio?
I think he's a fantastic fighter with a fantastic career as well. With obviously started out great, world champion, and had a little pivot in the middle, but also going to show that grit, that resilience of picking yourself back up, pulling yourself back together, coming off a few knockdowns, losses, whichever you want to call them, and then just takes out top heavyweight after top heavyweight after top heavyweight to put himself in this mandatory position for the WBO with Usyk. So it's nothing beyond admirable. I can't admire him much more in that sense. So yeah, look, I think the honest thing about this is just two plain honest fighters who I'm WBA interim, he's WBO interim, but we're not sitting there just waiting on the sidelines or even going, oh, just give me a nice little easy one so I can tick over in the middle. We've both stood up and gone, hang on, where's the big fight out here? Who's the real players in the game out here? And we've gone for each other and gone to lock horns.
Simon, who is this the bigger gamble for, if you like, on the night?
Probably Joe, because, without being disrespectful to Fabio, there'll be an element of the boxing world. And first of all, I admire both of these men very much. I think they're absolute credit to their industry. I think they're class acts in different ways for different reasons. Fabio, because he keeps on finding a way to win, and he probably wants to kill his backstory about the white collar because it's irrelevant now. And Joe Parker, because I think he's just a class act at the world level. I think he's changed as a fighter since Andy Lee's come into play. And he's not the same fighter that I went to watch and bored me to death against Anthony Joshua. He's a different animal now. Different animal completely.
For myself.
But I think where Joe is now, Joe is mandatory for the WBO shot. And the fact that Usyk is playing hide and seek with his shoulder right now doesn't help the situation. But for Joe taking this fight, if he loses this fight to Fabio, if Fabio were to lose this fight, with all due respect to him, a lot of people will think it's baked in that he might lose this fight. This is a real world-level operator. This is a real world-class operator that's been a champion of the world. So if he loses this fight, it doesn't destroy him perhaps in the same way that it damages Joe Parker. Because Joe Parker, in most people's eyes, will be expected to win this fight. Not his eyes, and perhaps not the reality of what will happen in the ring, because he keeps on finding a way to win. Every time you put him in against an opponent that people think is going to cause trouble for him, he finds a way to win. He finds a way to win. But what is about this fight, it's a brilliant fight. It's a fascinating fight, and I'm really looking forward to it.
You were nodding in agreement with Simon there.
Yeah, I was agreeing on the talk of ever since or since the fight was announced that the general talk is Joe is the obvious favourite, and not that I've come in to lose at all, but I'm expected to lose because he's more proven, he's more experienced, he's been at world level before, and this is my first step into that realm. I'm really, I say dipping my toe, I'm jumping head first into the water, really. So yeah, the general conversation is that I'm expected to lose in this, but I think that's been a running theme for I don't know how many fights now with, well, this is the step too far and this is the step too far. And like Simon said, every time I seem to find a way to win. There's many qualities that it takes to be a world champion, and maybe not doing things perfectly, but finding a way to win is one of those as well.
Do you see yourself as favourite going into this one, Joe?
A lot of people are saying I'm the favourite going to this fight. I don't see myself as a favourite. I'm treating this as my championship of the world fight. That's how you should treat every fight. I'm taking this guy very seriously, and I've been building way back in New Zealand, and now I'm in Ireland, zoning in on what I have to do to prepare for what he brings.
Are you disappointed in any way, Joseph, this morning that we're not here talking about you fighting Usyk?
No. I can just fight whoever's in front of me, and that's what I can control. Anything else, that fight will come down the line. If it does, great. If it doesn't, so be it. But whoever's in front of me, that's who I'm going to deal with.
I mean, we respect Usyk, of course we do, but he says he's injured. Do you believe him?
He looked injured, when he was dancing.
Well, this was it.
If
You're
he's
right,
injured,
Joseph, if you're watching on YouTube, this is an injured Alexander Usyk, and you're about to see him. There he is, prancing about. You're listening in talkSPORT. Usyk's going through every move in the dance floor you could ever imagine.
I mean, what's the injury? Back injury.
Who knows?
Back
Who
and
knows?
shoulder,
Who
I
knows?
think.
He deserves time off, and to when he does come back, hopefully we can get down the line. But for now, it's Fabio Wardley. This is the one.
But it was thought you might wait for that time.
What's the point of waiting? I'm not getting any younger.
You need to fight, don't you?
I need to fight.
Said 3 rounds
I need
in
to keep
18
busy,
months.
and I want to fight as often as I can.
So
I'm very happy that this fight is locked in.
I get it. Stylistically, what we're going to see from the two of you on the night.
I think from me, it's pretty obvious what you get. I'm drama and entertainment one way or the other. You can either pick the first Fraser fight, where it's a 12-round war, or you can pick the second Fraser fight, where it's a 1-round blowout. So take your pick. It can be one or the other, or anywhere in the middle. I think the perfect thing about this fight is that it doesn't need all the la-di-da and all the selling and all the prancing around and tables flipping and kicking off at press conferences and all of that. I think
just not your thing, either of you.
It's not my thing. I'm pretty sure it's not Joe's thing either. But this fight sells itself. You look at our styles, you look at how we approach fights, and you just know when we get in the ring together, there's not really going to be either of us that's going to be too keen about taking a back step. So it's going to be fireworks. It's going to be drama one way or another.
Joseph, over 40 knockouts between the two of you.
Yeah.
Is this thing going the distance?
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to go the distance. We'll be prepared if it does, but I don't think so.
And both of you are ready. My God, we're talking weeks from now, aren't we? October the 25th.
7 weeks. It's going to come. It's going to come fast.
It's going to turn up.
Countdown
really
now.
quick.
Yeah. Guys, we're going to take a brief break at 11 o'clock. We'll bring you the news headlines. The other side of it, and I'm looking at the enormous number of people through the glass, both boys represented by their own management teams this morning. I think it's good to go, are we? Yeah. The other side of 11, we're just going to take a punt on this. We're going to get more from you the other side of this one. Is there anything, just before we hit the break, what annoys either of you? You seem the most placid individuals, even in each other's company this morning. I mean, he annoys the bejesus out of me now and again, Fabio. No, he doesn't. Mr. Jordan's phenomenal. What gets to you two? Does he annoy you in any way, Joe?
Not at all.
No.
And vice versa?
This is strictly business. Strictly
Again,
boxing business.
I find him really admirable. His career, his team, the resurgence, everything. I really look at him and think I think Joe is well known throughout boxing as being one of the nicest guys in boxing. It's something I can vouch for as well. I've known him pretty well. Like I've known him in passing and everything. We've always said hello to each other. Always been very nice. So
Never sparred.
no.
Never sparred.
No.
We've crossed paths many times at fights and events.
And we've been on Saudi shows at the same time and things like that. And we've been around each other. But no, like again, this is one of those ones that doesn't need the hoo-ha and all of the rest. Look, it's two fighters that you know what we're going to get. You know what we're going to deliver. It's going to be entertaining regardless. And there's too much on the line. There's too much at stake for it not to be either.
And without disrespecting each other, you see flaws in him, Fabio, that you'll exploit, and vice versa.
Big time. You're always going to watch and analyze and see what you can pounce on.
So you know what you're going to do in the night, Joseph, already?
Well, we're working on it now.
And you know, in your mind's eye, you know what you want to do in the night, Fabio.
Just try and figure out in the moment and just see what try something out, see if it works. Doesn't work, right, try something else, maybe that works.
Fantastic. You're both getting an amazing reaction from people getting in touch with the show this morning, and it's wonderful. We'll bring some of those messages to air the other side of 11 o'clock. It's Jim White and Simon Jordan, but with Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley live on talkSPORT. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, Monday, September the 8th. It's Jim White and it's Simon Jordan, and we are live on talkSPORT. We're also streaming live, of course, on a variety of different TVs, Samsung, Fire TV, just to name a couple, even Prime Video. Wherever you watch, we are here for you, and we're delighted this morning in the build-up to what will be a special fight at the O2 here in London next month. The two fighters involved, Fabio Wardley and Joseph Parker, who will take on each other on October the 25th in the O2 here in London. Both fighters have joined us here in studio, and it hasn't gone unnoticed this morning. This is no slanging match. There's a lot of mutual respect here, and it is much appreciated by you, the listener, by you, the viewer, by Simon and myself. Don't forget, you can watch Parker Wardley live and exclusive on DAZN, and talkSPORT will be right across it as well. It will be everywhere. Many of you messaging in this morning, 81089. What a civil, and this is from Dylan, who, Joe, is coming from, look at that, Melbourne in Australia. What a civilized chat between two professionals who clearly respect one another. Kudos to both of them because they know there's no malice here. This is purely a stepping stone to whoever wins it, moves on to the next opportunity. That's exactly how you see it.
That's what it is. It's just, I mentioned before, it's strictly boxing business. And the respect's always going to be there, but come fight night, it's going to be very different in that ring, as we all know.
Fabio, I have to say, there's one or two coming in. There's Jay. Fabio's a lovely guy, and he's coming over as such, and he's a great professional. But I can't see him winning against Joseph. And also, it's an outrage that Joseph Parker has not been given a shot at Usyk. You don't really care about that, do you? Whether he fights Usyk or not, further down the line, and
ultimately, it's out of his hands.
Yeah.
And I think if that was on offer, he would obviously pick the Usyk fight over me. It just wasn't in play for one reason or another for him, for the injury circumstance or whichever is going on with Usyk right now, which is why I give Joe more credit to say you've got that massive opportunity to hang in there, and there is a level of risk in coming here and fighting me and what I bring to a fight of potentially being a banana skin and sipping up for you. So yeah, and again, the general conversation is I'm expected to lose in this fight because he is the more experienced man, the older man. He's been in the game a long time. He's had either 40 or nearly 40 odd professional fights. So
it's a lot.
He knows his stuff. He knows his way around a boxing ring.
Yeah.
And I'm the little old white collar guy who's just kind of skirting along and keeps seeming to find a way. So that narrative,
we're not going to say the white collar,
Fabio. we bought into this a bit, this sob story that you're nowhere near.
I like selling it. I still like selling it. It seems to be working, so I'm going to keep peddling it.
But it is a big step up for you, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Biggest test of my career, biggest step up in my career, biggest opponent in terms of experience and everything else you want to roll into that as well. Like I said, I'm not dipping my toe in the top end of the pool now. I'm diving in head first. But it's me that stepped up to Frank and said, look, I'm not trying to sit down. I'm trying to sit still. I'm here. I want to be in the mix. I want to be in big fights. I want to prove to people that I am very much well deserved to be in these top rankings. I am WBA interim. I'm ranked highly here. I'm ranked highly there. So I feel like, to me, I need to prove my place and prove my point. And no better way to do that than the number 2 man in the division.
Simon, I'm going to come to you in a second, but I'm just thinking, Joseph, and you're looking at my questions, you know what's coming over my shoulder. But 6 consecutive fights since the 2022 loss to Joe Joyce. What has changed for you?
What has changed?
People don't
Andy
like getting
Lee, I have Andy Lee and George Lockhart.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoy what I do now. Before, I was just doing it just because I had to do it, really. Or I just went along with it. Whereas now my passion for boxing and love for the sport has grown big time.
I mean, do you accept that whatever has happened to you is taking you from that level to this level?
Yeah, 100%. So since that loss, it was probably a blessing because I made positive change, great change.
Simon, I mean, you're a massive boxing enthusiast. I would have thought, and you're not the best at saying X will beat Y, but aside from that, it's almost impossible to read into what we might see on the night, because obviously it goes without saying these two will give their all.
Sure.
And we're sitting right in amongst them.
I mean, technically, Joe is a great fighter, always has been. And I think the change is that he steps in more now, lets his hands go more. I mean, we obviously saw a lot more of that with the Deontay Wilder fight. We've seen the change of direction post the Joe Joyce. Andy Lee's a big part of that. I mean, for Fabio, this is every time he steps into a ring, people think that he's going to get beat. They thought he was going to get beat by David Adelaide. He didn't. They thought he was going to get beat by Fraser Clark. He didn't. Justice Hooney, the balance slightly shifted, where they felt that Fabio was going to win that fight, and he got himself into all kind of trouble in that fight and pulled it out. Now, he's got to be better, in my view, than the performance against Justice Hooney, because this is a world-class operator that can do what Justice Hooney could do as well and hit harder than Justice Hooney. Because if Justice Hooney could hit harder, I think there might have been trouble for Fabio in that fight. But like I say, Fabio keeps on moving up to the next level, keeps on moving up to the next level. And it's like the argument about Moses Atoma. You can only put him in with he keeps on winning. You've got to keep on putting him in, keep on putting him in, keep on putting him in. It's a great fight. It's a great fight. The jeopardy in the fight, for with all due respect to either one of them, is for Joseph to some extent. I know that Fabio's talking about being the interim champion, but he's that close to getting a fight with Usyk for the WBO or having it taken away and then fighting for that belt, which is what he wants. He wants his belt back. This was a belt you had XYZ when you beat Ruiz, right?
Yeah. Right,
and then you lost it to Anthony Joshua over in Cardiff. So he's been there. He knows what it feels like, and he wants it again in a different way with a different trainer. I think the ingredients for this fight are fabulous. I really do. I think, as you see from these two guys, they're class acts.
Oh, yeah.
In the way that they operate.
Yeah.
The media likes to see menace. You want to see Mike Tyson walk across stage trying to have a fight with Lennox Lewis. That sells. There'll be plenty of menace in the ring. I would rather see menace in the ring than see handbags outside of it. And this will be a proper fight, right?
Fabio, interestingly, Martin Keown, as you know, is with us this morning. He was saying to us he preferred when he played for Arsenal, playing on the edge, like up against someone that he really didn't like. And that would bring the best out in Martin. But here are you two getting on like a house on fire. On the night, how does that filter change?
See, I can sympathise with that in a certain way, but it's not what puts me on the edge is not, oh, I don't like that person. It's, I know this is a real test. I know that person is really good, really competent. They're really dangerous. This is a real step up. That's where I remember saying, like, basically agreeing the fight on the phone with Frank and the team and saying, yup, let's do this. And putting that phone down and getting this little tingle, little buzz in my body and being like, yeah, come on. All right, hang on. We're in a real fight here. Let's go. Let's get ready. I was stood outside the gym and I went back in. I was like, more rounds. Right, come on. More in the bag. Let's get some more going. That little fire came from knowing that, not that, I don't have to not like him. That means nothing. Knowing that on the other side of the ring is a genuine, real competitor. That's where I get the spark, the buzz, the energy.
You're the same.
I just get a buzz that I have a fight locked in. I just want to keep fighting as often as I can. I want to be in the ring and fight the best in the world. And I'm just happy I got this fight locked in. Like he said, I got this like little buzz, you know, and I just want to go to work. I want to do this and then go back to Ireland and put in more work.
What do you make of the transition that appears, Joseph, to be going on at the moment in the heavyweight division? Because AJ and Fury are out of the picture.
Yeah,
Usyk's resting up. Where is the division going?
There are big fights to be made. I mean, but Usyk is resting. You got Moses Atuma, who just had a good win over Dillian White. Obviously, the Carbayal's there, but he's not really that busy as well. So,
Daniel Dubois to come back in the mix.
Yeah. Dubois back in the mix. He's fighting at the end of the year, I hear. So,
and what do you make to the young pretender Moses Atoma, Fabio?
Pretender?
Yes. Moses, if you're watching or listening this morning, I very definitely didn't mean that.
I don't know what he's pretending at. It's definitely not boxing.
You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
He's trying to get his hand at the main prize.
Not at all. Look, he is one. I have the privilege of sharing the gym alongside him as well, so I get to see some more insights, some more details.
What is that like?
competitive. It's great because it's not just Moses, it's all the other guys in the gym as well, like your Lee Woods and all of those, and Alois Jr. and Jamie TKV and all Royston as well, and like the McCormacks who won just for, obviously Pat just fought on the weekend as well, and you're surrounded by all these A-class fighters, so there's no coming into the gym and having a relaxed day and a chill day, because someone will shout at you, someone will tell you to pick it up, someone will take the mickey out of you if you're messing up too much or if you're not doing properly. So it's a heavily competitive but also encouraging environment.
I mean, the pinnacle, the man at the top, undoubtedly, no one can beat him, is Usyk. Can anyone beat him?
Me.
Any man can be beat. We've all got 2 arms, 2 legs, and we all bleed red. So, look, any man can be beaten. Usyk is one big puzzle, one big trick. Like he is the whole package, but he can be beaten.
Tremendous fighter.
And you immediately said me.
Me, yeah. Give me the chance. But listen, don't even worry about that. This is the fight.
Yeah, of course. What are you going to bring in the night? What we're going to see then, Joe?
Like you said, fireworks. And Simon didn't mention that I like to throw my hands a lot more nowadays.
You ready for that, Fabio?
I've been throwing my hand since day dot. So
yeah,
look, I think again, I've said it time and time again, but it's not one of those fights that need the drama of selling. The drama will come on fight night, and it will be dramatic one way or the other. There will be moments of that fight, of that night in of itself, where people go, "Oh, round 3 that happened," and round 7 this went on, and it was a back, and it was a fourth, and I think it is going to be very. I've been in one fight of the year, or one fight of the year once for the Fraser 1 fight, and I think this could throw us in the mix again.
Could be another.
And just to finish with, both of you are in agreement, it will end in a knockout.
Again, like I say, drama, but someone is going down.
What do you make of these guys?
Well, I think they're class acts. My heart goes with Fabio, but my head goes with Joe.
Okay. Don't forget, and listen, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Joseph, Fabio, thanks
Cheers,
for
guys.
being with us live in the show. Don't forget, you can watch Joseph Parker against Fabio Wardley live and exclusive on DAZN, and talkSPORT will be right across it as well. October the 25th at the O2. Should be a seismic night of that, there is no doubt. We're live in talkSPORT.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.